morning. Just went to get my coffee. Title may sound strange. I know there's only one viewer. Good morning. Whoa, Irene. Thanks for stopping in. I'm just going to talk because the title said, "Who wants to play doctor?" And I got an issue I want to talk about. A couple issues, 3 issues. I'm back from Thailand. I spent December, January, February, March, April. Came home April 30th, back to Canada. About last week and a half in Thailand. I'm not even sure. Can you hear me? First of all, yeah, tell me if you can hear me. This is my cell phone, yeah, over here. But I'm talking to you on my laptop. That's why the picture's not so great. But anyway, yeah, because I don't have enough. I don't meet the requirements for YouTube to allow me to go mobile. I got to do it on my laptop. But anyway, the point is, a week. Can you hear me? Okay, good. A week and a half before, while I was still in Thailand, I came back. I mean, while I was there, and even now to this day, I didn't do anything. I didn't get a injury. Didn't hurt myself in any way, shape, or form. But this arm, which is my left arm, has been literally killing me from my shoulder all the way down to my wrist. So bad. So like I've been going through a leave and Tylenol like crazy. And I went to the doctor yesterday. I live 50 kilometers south of Winnipeg, and I needed to go to the city. We live in a small town. There's a clinic here, but I needed to go to the city, so I went to the doctor. I went to the walk-in clinic in Winnipeg on my way to the city yesterday, and yeah. Anyway, I explained the situation, told him where I'd been and everything, and he did all the tests that he could do at his walk-in clinic, but he begged me to go to the emergency because, you know, a lot of times people who have pain in their left arm, there could be an issue with a heart attack. Well, I wasn't overly concerned about heart issues simply because it had been going on for close to 2 weeks, and if you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to probably have it, you know, shortly after this pain starts going on. And I don't have any other symptoms. I don't have shortness of breath any worse than any other time. And, you know, I'm not exactly in the greatest shape because for a living I drive trucks, so I sit on my rear end for a living. I basically say, you know, 12 hours a day when I'm working. Not in Thailand, but when I'm working, I'm driving a truck all across North America. So anyway, I go to the emergency and I sit there for a couple hours until they get me in. And that doctor does basically the same things, asks the same questions, but the only thing different is they take me for an x-ray. They x-ray it. I sit there and wait a little while longer for the results. He comes back, he tells me they see nothing, and now he wants to schedule me an appointment to another clinic in Winnipeg that called the Pan Am Clinic. Apparently they have a sports, you know, they do sports injuries and stuff like that, which I'm kind of thinking is going to be a waste of time simply because I didn't do anything. I don't know what, you know, I didn't do anything different. The only thing different I did in Thailand that I don't do here is we went to the beach fairly regular and I was swimming. But we have a pool here at the house. So in the summertime, I swim here. So, you know, I don't know what the heck's going on, but it is, here it is, just after 6 o'clock in the morning here. And I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's just after 6. But I've been awake already a long time, and it's because of this. I went to bed around 11:30 last night, and I'm awake already. So, yeah. So if you have any ideas, I was hoping for maybe a couple of suggestions, or because I don't like taking pills. I mean, I've already taken a Tylenol too since I woke up because it's that bad. But and there's, other than the pain that I feel inside my whole entire arm under my skin, I got no issues. I can move it. I can do everything they want me to do. Everything they wanted me to do, I can do. And this doesn't even hurt to do it. So go figure, you know. But anyway, that's my issue. And this will be posted, I'm sure, later. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I figured that once I said that, I wouldn't have anything else to talk about unless people were giving me suggestions. But Irene is the only one awake, same time I am. And what are you doing awake anyways? What time zone are you on? I know I've watched some of your videos, but I've watched so many videos I can't keep track of who's where. Yeah, I don't know what kind of treatment they want to go. I'll go to the Pan Am clinic when they set up an appointment, but don't know when that's going to be. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this thing here too. This is that, what do they call this? The Feytech. I did an unboxing video of this while I was in Thailand, and this is what I was using to record. A lot of times when I was walking around, I was recording my content using my Huawei Mate 9 cell phone and this thing. I did an unboxing, but I never ever did a review on it. So this is kind of a little bit of a review. I do like it. It comes with a stand, so you can put it places and it'll stay there. You just, once you put the cell phone in, there is an adjusting arm here. Once you put your cell phone in, and I wouldn't suggest anything. I think it was 3 inches wide because it's stretched almost to the max. These grippers here. But once you put it in and you pull this arm out right here, it's extended. Mine's extended about 3/4 of an inch. But you pull it out, and that balances the phone like that, so that once it's balanced, it'll be like this. It's not like this or like this. So it's like that. Then you push the button. There's 3 buttons here. The top button, which you can't see. Okay, this is the power button. This is the toggle switch. And this one here just clicks when you're also logged into the app. That will take the selfie. So the middle button, just push it. See what happens there? So now it's ready to roll. And then once that's like that, like I don't have my phone on because of the light. It also moves. That's what the toggle switch does. Up, down, that sort of thing. It also does the middle button when you push it a couple times, like two times. It goes back to its original spot, and that's where it must be. This will turn like that, just to give you an idea. Yeah, but yeah, it was a pretty cool thing, you know, for walking around. Oh yeah, and this one also extends. This is one of the reasons why I bought this, because there was only 2 on the market that I found that actually extended. This is like, I think they said 18 inches. Good for, you know, going above the crowd. I got a notification, so my phone lit up. But yeah, it works pretty cool. There's a learning curve, of course. The only thing I want to mention that I'm not happy about is, oddly enough, well, I don't know if it's oddly enough, but my phone gets super hot on this thing when I'm using it, when I'm recording content and it's on here. It gets really, really hot, surprisingly so, but it hasn't seemed to affect anything. But I just thought I'd mention that aspect of it. The case is a nice carrying case. It also comes with attachments for attachments, not attachments, cables. Like this one here, the US standard USB cable. This is the one that you would plug in to charge it, because this obviously has a battery, right? So that would charge it up. It doesn't take too terribly long to charge it up, and it seems to last a fairly decent amount of time. That's that cable. If your phone or your device that you're recording with happens to have a low battery, well, you can use the battery on the Vimble, the Vimble. They're calling it Vimble. It comes with a few attachments. The Huawei Mate 9 has a C-type USB connector on the end, so I would definitely have to make adjustments, because I can't plug it into here and here, because this is in the way at the same time. But I can stop recording and put everything in my bag and just use this to charge the battery on the phone. But of course, that lessens the life of the battery here if you want to use it more. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. And there are a couple other connections that bye. See you later. Thanks for dropping in. And thanks for the thumbs up. I will take care of that. Bye for now. I'm going to keep talking because I'm going to upload this video. Came with a strap. And like I said, there were a couple other you know, for your iPhone, your standard USB setting or USB cable. These are again more for charging. Okay. And mine is the C type, which it has. So that's why it's out of the bag, because I've used it. Okay, so that's that pretty much. If I was to give it, you know, from my expectations of when I was doing research on them and watching other videos, which are better than mine, reviewing it, because there's people that are more technical, they know about these things. Oh yeah. All right, turn this off so I don't use the battery. See, You got to push it 5 times to get it to power down. But yeah, if you can see that up here, right here, that's where it plugs in to charge the phone here, and then obviously you can't get at it from there. So you again, you could go like this, just move your phone away from it. There, now I could plug it in because it's not touching here, but I'm not going to be able to use it because of that. Anyway, so yeah, there's other videos that do just a better job of explaining what's going on with that thing and how, the ins and outs of it a lot better than my video. I just explaining that I'm happy with it. I haven't used any other type, so I can't compare it to any other type. I wanted to get the smooth, but I was in Thailand when I got that. I actually bought that at the mall. I didn't have to order it online or anything. And I actually got it cheaper than I could have got it online too. So that actually was a double bonus. Unfortunately, now since then, I can see that I can get it cheaper online. So, but it is what it is. So that's that. And the other thing I didn't do a review for that I also bought while I was in Thailand, and these I did buy online. I bought off of AliExpress, were these Edifier noise canceling headphones. I was really going for the Bose Q35 2s when I started doing research. Hello, Carolyn. You missed the first part of my video where I was talking about my arm issue. That's what it was all about in the beginning. I'll just give you a quick little recap in case you got a suggestion. I just came back from Thailand, but the last two arm from here down, I'm in a lot of pain, and I have been for, I'm going to say, close to 2 weeks. I went to the doctor yesterday. I told them I was in Thailand when it started, and anyway, they did the mobility test. I can do anything. There's nothing wrong, and but the problem is there's a lot of pain, and I've been going through a lot of Aleve and Tylenol, and it's not doing nothing. So, and the doctor didn't have any suggestions. They took an X-ray, and there's no damage. So, anyway, I just thought people on might be able to, have a suggestion. But anyway, thanks for the quick recovery. I hope so. It's been 2 weeks and I'm going through a lot of Tylenol. What are you doing up so early? I don't know what part of the country you're in, but it's only after 6. It's 6:20 here, and this arm is causing me so much grief. I decided to wake up or get up early because I couldn't sleep anyway. My kids are coming over today because I've been home from Thailand. I was gone for 5 months. I just got home the other day. So the kids are all coming over for supper today. So it'd be good to see them for the first time in 5 months. Well, I saw my middle daughter yesterday because I was in the city, and I went to see the doctor. And after the doctor, I went to visit my daughter and my dog. Oh, you're Germany. 13:20, 1 o'clock. Cool. I've been to Germany. I've been to Frankfurt Airport. That was it. That same daughter I was visiting yesterday. Years ago, her and I took her to England, and the plane landed in Frankfurt for to switch planes. So we were in the airport. I want to say 3, 4, maybe 5 hours for our next flight. It looks like a nice place I'd like to visit. I know for a fact, I don't know about Frankfurt, but that area of Germany where the castles are. Well, they're probably all over Germany, but there's that whatever, however they say that Neuschwanstein Castle. I've always wanted to go there. Ever since I first seen it, I've always wanted to go there. I have another friend on YouTube who lives over by there, and she said she drove by it one, or she went to go there one time. She drove there, and she said the queue to get in there was so long, she just turned around and went home. So I don't know. I guess it's a pretty big tourist trap. Yeah, it will be nice seeing my kids and grandkids. I'm gonna put this on. This is Sage. I bought it for a different issue a long time ago, but I found it in my bedroom the other day. It's supposed to be for pain, but pain release. So it didn't work for the initial issue I bought it for before. Why is that? Oh, I took off the bottom. I guess you can refill this bottle. Yeah. Have you been to that castle? It's the problem with these live streams. You ask a question and it's not, how do you say, automatic. I mean, well, of course it takes time to type, but on the other hand, there's that, what is it, 7-second delay or whatever the case may be. But yeah. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. I don't ask for them because I know, my content isn't always the greatest. I'm not the, YouTube star like a lot of people. I'm not flamboyant. I'm just me. People say be yourself. So I'm just being myself. And I tried being somebody else, but it's too late. He was already taken. And I can't play drums anyway. Which reminds me, who would that drummer be, I wonder? Yes, once, but needs patience. It's always crowded and the queue is unbelievable. Yeah, I can imagine. That's the problem with touristy areas, but I learned a valuable lesson being in Thailand. This last time there for 5 months, I had been there. That was my third time. The first 2 times I went one time. The first time I went, I was there for the whole month of January. The next time I went, which was a year later, the whole month of February into March. And this time 5 months. What I learned was, because I was impatient the first 2 times, because even though I had a whole month, I still felt like I had to keep moving to see everything I wanted to see. And I love the Thai people, but when you're walking around, like, people, it's amazing, especially if you're walking through a market or something like that, where they're very crowded. You're trying to walk through or something, people will walk in front of you and then stop and look at stuff. While you were just behind me, why didn't you just hang tight for a second? Things like little things like that would frustrate me. And I would, this time there in the 5 months, you know what? I'm here for 5 months. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to go with the flow. And you know what? When you do that, life is so much better. When you just, well, in Rome, do as the Romans. And yep, I just relaxed. I took it easy. I had a really good time. And I can't wait to get back. I hope I can earn enough money from now till next December to be able to do it again for another 5 months. That's the goal. So, but anyway, it's okay to be who you are. That's the joy of life. Yeah, again, exactly. I mean, people try to be somebody else or something they're not, and why bother? Again, I heard somebody say, be yourself because everybody else is taken. So how true? No truer words were ever spoken. So, and you put on false airs or fakeness, and I don't know. Like I watched some of these videos, and they're good videos, and some of these people, the way they interact on their videos, I guess it's entertaining. Okay, it's entertaining, but what are they really like in real life? Like if I was with these people in real life and they were like that, I wouldn't want to be around them. So, but yeah. What are you doing today? Today is it Saturday in Germany, or is it Saturday afternoon, or is it yeah, because my girlfriend lives in Thailand and it's 12 hours. Yeah, it's still Saturday in Thailand, so but it's going on 6:30 p.m. Yeah, I figured as much. It couldn't be tomorrow yet. So yeah, you're only 7 hours ahead of me. She's 12 hours ahead of me, so I'll be calling her in another hour. So if she was on her phone, she'd probably know that I was live streaming right now. So, of course, because she follows my YouTube channel. So, but anyway, it's I believe Germany has the same kind of weather that the area where I live here in Canada. And of course, we're into spring now. It's May 4th. Hey, oh, that's the one that the Star Wars people love. May the 4th be with you, right? Anyway, yeah, I only know that because two of my kids are major Star Wars fanatics. April 4th, what's the temperature? Let's see, what's the temperature? Okay, let's turn this on. Turn this on. Turn this on. Oh, it says 6 degrees. High today is going to be 13 and sunny. Well, that's good. It was raining yesterday, so, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the weather's the same. Yeah, I thought so. You get brutal cold winters like we do. Oh, it's raining now. Well, they're bringing on those May flowers, I guess, right? April showers, May flowers. Oh, it's May already. So, anyway, I don't know. I don't recognize your name. So I'm not sure if you're subscribed to my channel, but I'm gonna go and take a look at. I wonder if I can do that right now while I'm talking to you right now. I'm gonna see if I can go to your channel and see what's going on your channel. Let's see if I can do that here. I've live streamed once, and that was when I could do it on my mobile. I did it from Da Nang, Vietnam in February. And since then, of course, YouTube has changed the rules. And I personally believe they did that because of that live streaming turkey who went on a rampage in Christchurch in New Zealand. So I think that's one of the reasons why they changed the rules on that. In fact, I made a video about that as well. Okay, how do I get to YouTube? How do I get to YouTube? Yeah, wait. Here I am trying to do two things at once, but I want to see if this is going to work. Okay, so you must be. Yeah. Okay. Is your channel name, would it be a stupid question probably, but Carolyn, is that your channel name? Channels. Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, I am awake. I've been awake since just shortly after 5 a.m. thanks to my arm. But I'm still working my way around this YouTube business. But right now I'm going through the list. I try to interact with all the people that subscribe to me because I don't have a lot. And here you are. Okay. You have 20 videos and I am subscribed. Okay. So I'm going to click on that. I want to see what you got going on here. See, here's your channel. I don't know if you won't be able to see that. I don't think. Ouch. Here, I'm going to take this off of here. That over here. Yeah, you can't see that. It's too much of a glare. But anyway, I'm going to go over here. Caroline Gore. Okay, videos. German. Grilled meat. Oh, you like to cook. Okay. I love cooking videos. That's probably more channels I follow than anything. Beyond the Coma, part 2 and part 1. Uh-oh, who had a coma? They are out for more blood. Okay. Life without existence. That'll be interesting. Oh, okay. You know what? I actually replied to this video you got here about home remedy for itchy vagina. And, you know, I wasn't being a wise ass or anything like that. I was interested in the video because my girlfriend, you know, has the problem and, you know, makes a guy worried. And I did reply to that. I watched that video and you talked about using, I can't remember now, but it was putting something on a tampon and going that route. And I asked her, that's why I asked you the question. And, you know, she's a Thai person and her English isn't exactly the greatest, but I asked her about that and she said that would burn, but I don't know, does it burn? And I'm 99% positive she doesn't have any venereal diseases that I'm aware of because I have nothing. So I didn't catch anything from her. So I'm thankful for that, but it was an interesting video nonetheless. So yeah. So I have watched a video of yours. Is Ethiopian Airlines safe? It's a good question, but I did a lot of flying this year, not just to Thailand and back, but well, it's because of Thailand and back, but it's also because of going to Thailand. It takes 3 different stopovers: Winnipeg, Vancouver, China. And this time going to China, they not only stopped in one place in China, then they stopped in another place in China, then on to Bangkok, and then from Bangkok to Chiang Rai, which is northern Thailand, where she lives. Then, of course, we go back to Bangkok. We stayed there for a while. We went back to her home in Chiang Rai, stayed there for another month. Then we went to Vietnam, stayed there for a month, and back to Chiang Rai, then to Phuket. That's what we did this time. It was fun. But yeah, flying is always, you know, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, every flight was good, no problems. You know, there were a couple delays here and there. But yeah, flying can be nerve-wracking without a doubt. So, yeah, we got somebody else eating good with G. I was watching one of your videos last night before I went to sleep. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'm just going on about the pain in my arm, and I was doing a little bit of a review of my Vimble that I bought while I was in Thailand, and I did an unboxing video, but I've never done a review on it. So I kind of, if I post this video later, you know, if you're ever interested in seeing what that's all about, you can go back and watch the replay. It's not much of a review. It's just I basically gave it a thumbs up. If I was to rate it out of 10, and then I only had 1 to compare. I've never used any other kind. I would give it a 7 out of 10. But I like it. I'll keep it. You hate flying, Carolyn. Yeah, I don't love it. It's just that, I love to travel. I mean, that's probably why I'm a long haul truck driver. I drive all over Canada, USA, because you know, I love to travel. I love to see different things. Mind you, when I'm trucking, I'm working. I don't get to stop and smell the roses at all. I got stuff to do, but I still it's a different day every day because I got a different out my office window is the world, North America anyway. And yeah, you know, if I was a rich man, I would be all over the world. Wherever I could go, wherever I feel safe, that's where I would go. Yes, yes, I am back in Canada. I got home on April 30th. Funny, eh? I left April 30th from Bangkok and I got home on April 30th and I had been awake for more than 48 hours, but that's the time zone difference. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I am home. I'm depressed because I'm home. I wish I was back there, but I had to come and see my grandkids and my kids, which are coming to the house today for supper. And I got to get back to work so I can pay for my next venture, right? So, you know what? Because of Carolyn, you take a strong drink to keep me. I would look around and I wonder how are these people sleeping? And because I've been driving truck for over 30 years. I've trained myself to stay, as best as I can to stay awake because I'm driving, right? And I have to drive long hours. I can't sleep sitting up. And that flight from China to Vancouver is 11 hours. And I'd already been up for more than 24 hours by the time I got on that plane. And you know what? It's a good thing that they got entertainment on there because I watched 6 movies and I'm looking around me, everybody, people beside me, I was in the middle this time in the aisle. I always try to get the aisle seat because I drink coffee also to help me stay awake. I want to be able to go to the washroom without having to climb over people. But anyway, so I had a young lady beside me and another couple from Canada. All three of them were, well, obviously they were going to Canada. I shouldn't say obviously because they might have been from somewhere else going to Canada, but yeah, they were all Canadians returning from Thailand. But they were all sleeping. And the 3 people on my right and the 3 people on the far left, and everywhere I went, people were sleeping. I was like, people must take sleeping pills, I'm thinking, because I can't, I'm dead tired and I can't sleep. But what are you eating? Are you eating now? Oh no, you're saying sorry. I see what you're saying. You're talking to Eating Good with G. Sorry about that. Yeah, she's got a good channel too. I like I said, I was watching one of her videos. I'm pretty sure it was you because I follow a lot of people who do that type of thing. I'm gonna look right now. I was just looking at Carolyn's channel, and I'm gonna look at yours to see if it was you. I don't think I left a comment because I bailed on the video halfway through because it it put me to sleep, and that's the goal. I don't know if that's an insult, but those sounds really do lull me into sleep. Maybe I should record a bunch of that when I go on an airplane. Let's see my channel. See, there's Carolyn's channel. So, Eating Good with G. If you're not subscribed, well, you can't see it. It's too much of a glare. But well, you just have you know how to. I'm sure you know how to get to her channel from here. But yeah, I've watched her video, at least one of her videos, to be transparent, and it was pretty good. Pretty good information. Okay, let me go to my library. That's what I want to do. Eating Good with G. Yep. Seafood boil. That's the one I watched last night that put me to sleep. And like I said, let me see, if I didn't give you a thumbs up on that, I'll do it right now. Yep, there. Just did it.
One of these.
But that's the one I watched last night that put me to sleep. I ate a lot of seafood when I was in Thailand. And rice, of course. Yeah, cool. Dream cars. Oh, here's another guy I watch all the time. Probably because I'm a guy and I love cars. Thanks for stopping in, man. I love your videos, and you know it because I comment on probably mostly every one I watch. But I'm just to do a recap. 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. I'm producing a video. Okay, cool. I have a question for you because I watch a lot of your videos and I see how you do it. Where are you getting that? Well, no, you don't have to answer that because I don't want you to give away a trade secret, but you sure got some pretty good videos and in-depth, it's like, are you traveling around and getting to get close-ups of these brand new cars and stuff like that? And it's interesting how you do that. I don't know, I can't figure it out, but it works. I watch them, so. But yeah, I just came on here a while ago. I was complaining about my arm. So if you're a doctor or you're an aspiring doctor, I got major pain in this arm and I had it for the last week and a half before I come home from Thailand. And I went to the doctor yesterday and they took an x-ray and they're not seeing anything. So they want me to go see a sports doctor. They're setting it all up, but I didn't injure it. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't do nothing, so it's just one of those weird things. And I can do everything I normally do. It's my weaker hand to begin with because I'm right-handed, but the left hand is my weaker hand, and I don't think it's much weaker. I can do all the mobility things that they wanted me to do, and nope, it's just pain inside my skin. So, and the Aleve and the Tylenol are barely taking the edge off. So I don't know. I just thought I'd come and ask my YouTube followers if they had any ideas, any suggestions. And earlier in the video, I talked about my Vimble. So if you want to go to the replay later, if you're interested in how this works, but I was using this a lot for my videos in Thailand. I bought this while I was there. I just gave my opinion about it. So, yeah. Oh, okay. It's some kind of holy grail that I found after long years on YouTube. Yeah. And eating good with G. If you got to leave, it's okay. I appreciate you stopping by. What's the goal? I said something and you said that's the goal. I wonder what I missed there. I talk more than I read, so I should probably pay attention. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sleep at about 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. What time is it there now? Where do I'm not even sure I know where you're at. Because if it's, yeah, because it's 6:45 here. And I got the impression from some of your replies to my videos that I thought you might have been in Asia somewhere based on some of your comments, or you at least have been there. It's a copyright free, but it has some issues that I have to work around. It is not easy business. Okay. Okay. All right. To relax you, the eating videos. Gotcha. Right. It's true. It's true. I don't know what it is because here's the odd thing about that. Gee, when we were growing up, I had 5 brothers and sisters. Well, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. I'm in the middle. My mother used to give my brother heck all the time because he didn't eat with his mouth closed, and that drove everybody in the family crazy. Um, it was one of those things that was a daily occurrence. Like you get a slap in the head, eat with your mouth closed. You sound like you're in a barn. That's that type of thing. And now it sends shivers up my spine, and well, the whole thing. But it's a very odd thing, but it's very relaxing. Especially, and my thing is because there are so many different people doing different things with that same style that you're doing. The crunchier ones, the better for me. That's the ones that work for me. The crunchier, the better. But not everything is crunchy, right? So, but that's the way I like it. I actually thought about starting something to do something like that, but I don't know. I'm just trying to get more subscribers and views, but I don't know if this thing's ever going to get. You know what? I got monetized long before I even had 100 subscribers, and then YouTube changed the rules. So, it's frustrating. Um, I had a channel, I think, since 2010, I believe. But back then I wasn't focused on it. I had no idea. I wish I did know. I wish I had researched it, but I never even thought. That was, YouTube. I love watching a couple of videos here and there. I put up a couple of videos. Here's the funny thing. 7 years ago, I believe, I put up a video, and all it was, it's not here. I'm divorced now, but when I was still with my wife, me and a guy from church he helped me install a garage door opener in my garage. And I have a buddy who's retired in Texas, and he's been there for years and years and years. All he wanted to do is he wanted to see the finished product done. And it wasn't a how-to video. I didn't claim it to be a how-to video. It was just a video on my garage door opener finished, and that it actually worked. So I made a video and I forwarded link to my buddy through email. That video, I think I'm going to go to it right now. It's way the heck down here. Has over 13,000 views. I mean, that's not a lot because there are people who get that in a couple of days with some of the stuff. But, around the same time, 89 views 6 years ago. But 7 years ago, over 13,000. I did a review, not a review. That wasn't a review. It was just my garage door opener. It's a 2-minute, 14-second video that I did for my friend. Oh yeah, the Hensley Arrow. I bought a camper pickup truck, and there's a specific trailer hitch that takes away the sway from the camper trailer. I bought that. I installed it. I didn't show me putting it together, but I showed it when it was done because I didn't know. I should have done the how-to video because they suggest that you do it yourself instead of taking it somewhere, so I'm trying to say a word that I can't get it out, but so the ins and outs of it. So, and I'm not a hands-on type of guy like this, but I did put it together with myself, my son, and a neighbor across the street contributed a tool that I didn't have. So I showed, it's a 2-minute video, 5.3 thousand views, and it's just showing it after the fact. I did a review on Tommy John underwear, which I heard on the radio station being advertised as the most comfortable underwear in the world. Whether they are, I don't know about in the world, but they're 3 years ago, 6.4 thousand views. And I had a beef with them because they're the most expensive underwear I've ever owned in my entire life, but they wore out really fast. Not good. When you're paying over 20 bucks a pair, not good. So that's why that one got over 6.2. But then all my other videos barely struggling to get over 100 views, you know. So anyway, it is what it is, right? This one I thought I did 9 months ago in Vietnam. I thought it because it's kind of a joke how you can become a millionaire without buying a lottery ticket. And 9 months ago, and it's only got 65 views. I thought that was kind of odd because it is kind of cute, but people, people are funny, right? Anyway, I should get back to reading your comments if there's anything anybody wants to know. Life hacks are great. Rich is on YouTube. I don't know about. I've heard the term life hacks. I guess I better Google that because I'm not sure what that is. That's a great idea. Dream cars, looking videos on Canadian food. Will you make some traditional Canadian? Oh, well, you know what? I live with since I got divorced. I live with my sister, and she's a good cook. Actually, today she's actually making ribs because my kids are coming over. So that might be a good idea because she has a really good way of doing it, and it involves the oven and the barbecue. So thanks for asking, and I'm gonna see if she minds if I record her doing that because she does a pretty good job with the ribs. Okay, good. Tommy Johns are expensive. I believe Kevin Hart is Tommy John's spokesman. Why? I hate to admit it, but I heard the advertisement on Howard Stern. Again, with me driving truck all over North America, I'm a classic rock fan, and I'm so sick and tired of classic rock stations all over Canada, United States. They play the same songs. It's like it's like they swap out playlists with everybody. They play the same songs and commercials. So I got into Sirius XM. Well, it was actually Sirius at the time. Now it's Sirius XM. And just so I could listen to classic rock without commercials. And they have a couple of alternative stations that play music I've never even heard of, but they're still playing the same old, same old. The only benefit is you're not getting the commercials. So anyway, long story short, Howard Stern was on there, a shock jock if you're not familiar with him, and you might know him from America's Got Talent. He was on there, but he's not the type of guy on there that he is on his radio show. And his show is pretty rude, pretty crude, and he is a narcissist, no doubt about it. But the thing I liked about him was I've never heard anybody interview anybody as good as he can do. He's an awesome interviewer. So, it's entertaining if you because a lot of times you listen to a radio and they're interviewing somebody. Well, not only are they interviewing somebody, but then you got to sit through 10 minutes of commercials before they come back and finish. Well, he'll talk to somebody for an hour or more without interruption. And he's an awesome interviewer. But then he'll ask retarded questions too, but that's his show. But anyway, it was on his show. I heard the advertisement and he swore by them. But of course, they probably gave him a pallet full of them for free. The T-shirts I really like as well. The underwear and the T-shirts are good. The T-shirts I really like, but even them, they're wore out right in here. And they're not cheap either. But I really like them. It's comfortable stuff, but it's just, you can't be throwing that kind of. In my video about it, I show how side by side how they wore out and how regular underwear I've had for 10 years. I'm still the Tommy John's commercial talks about the multi-packs. Well, yeah, theirs are more comfortable than the multi-packs, but the multi-packs I'm still wearing from 10 years ago, and I've already thrown away 3 pairs at 20 bucks a pair in the bin, So it is what it is. I don't like to I learned a long time ago, if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, don't say it. But I didn't really bash them. I just wanted people to be aware that for the price that you're paying, they should last a lot longer than they do. That's all I'm saying. Is it a good time for truck driving in North America now that the economy is rising? I haven't been back on the road since I got back to Canada. And while I was in Thailand, I was following a movement on Facebook called Black Smoke Matters. They were talking about doing a shutdown in on April 12th, and they did do it, but it didn't even make as far as I know, it didn't even put a dent in anything, and it didn't have the desired effect as far as I know. Um, the friends I have here in Canada that are truck drivers, I've talked to them since I've been back, and they didn't even know about that shutdown. So it was pretty sad. And plus, following that page on Facebook and looking at all the comments, I wasn't surprised that there was infighting within the group because truck drivers couldn't agree on anything. So I'm surprised that 25,000 plus members of that Facebook group, and yet they were fighting. It was just childish and sad to see because things need to change in the trucking industry. It is actually pretty bad. I mean, I've been doing it since 1982, and the best money I made in trucking was 1989. And I mean, the economy's, everything goes up. The cost of living is shot through the roof, but yet our wages remain the same. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And they wonder why there's a truck driver shortage. And it's only going to get worse. So what are they doing? They're building trucks and dream cars. You'll probably know this, but they're actually building trucks, autonomous trucks that drive themselves. And that's, I'm glad I'm so close to full retirement that I'll still be able to have a job right until then. But they have to do that because they can't find drivers. They bring drivers in from all over the world here in Canada. Like, I actually work for a company where the guy's from Punjab. He owns the company. That's how much people from other parts of the world have infiltrated life in North America that I'm actually driving for. And he's a nice guy. I'm not saying anything negative about it. Nice guy, treats me well. But I'm actually looking for a different job before I go back to work because his line of work is something I never did before. That's I'm hauling produce out of California, and I don't like it. There's too much waiting time, and you don't get paid for that. I mean, literally, you'll sit all day waiting to load a trailer, and you don't get paid for that. How many other jobs do you know where you're on the job, you're literally on the job, but you're not getting paid? That's trucking, and I'm not kidding. So, but anyway, I will have a good day, G, because I'm seeing my kids today. Oh, you're going to the new Avengers movie. I know my kids would love to see that too. I've seen one of them, I think. But yeah, enjoy it. Have a good time. Look forward to watching some more of your content. Take care, and thanks for stopping by. But yeah. Anyway, I'm actually going to bail pretty soon too because this is coming up on an hour, believe it or not, surprisingly enough. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning here now. And my girlfriend in Thailand is 7 p.m. there. And this is about the time she likes me to call her, anytime between 7 and 8. So I think an hour is pretty good for a video, right? I mean, only 3 people drop by, but that's okay. I don't do live streams. Maybe I'll try to do more. And I was gonna talk about these. I bought these in Thailand through AliG Express, and I was going for the Bose Quiet Comfort, but while I was looking at the reviews, I come across reviews on that, and I decided to go for noise canceling headphones that were half the price of the Bose. I had a set of Bose I was happy with, but based on the reviews of these, I was intrigued and I bought them. So next time I do a live stream, I'll talk about those, the ins and outs and the pros and cons. 10 years. Well, in 10 years, the whole industry will change, and it's the next turning point, as it is when cars and trucks left horses without work. Yeah, cars and trucks left horses without work. Yeah, you know what? It's a good point. Never thought of that. It's a point to ponder because, yeah, my brother has horses, and I look at that as, it's an animal. He loves it. He's a rodeo guy. Both him and his wife are rodeo people. And but man, they sure eat a lot of groceries. Those horses. I'm glad he's a rich rancher because I don't know how else he would afford it. But anyway, what before I sign off, Dream Cars, tell me what car you're going to be posting next, so I can take a look at that one. Yeah, the delay in these things are kind of. Say something. It says, "My road to Thailand." Say something. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll say this. I know I watch a few live streams, mostly these people that are putting out content on how to grow your channel, stuff like that. And they do effects. Do they have a different software that they're running to do that? What's it say if I click up here? Well, maybe I will be some Korean or Japanese car because I have a lot of German cars uploaded recently. Okay. Well, you know what? After that Fallout pop-out chat, I don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll play with these things later. But toggle timestamp, I don't know what that means. Yeah, see, I don't know what any of this means. Anyway, yeah, I prefer my last vehicle that I bought was a 2013 Toyota Tundra that pulled that camper that I spoke about earlier. And of course, I sold all of that stuff after the divorce. But that Toyota Tundra, it was a really well built truck, and I really liked it. But I'll tell you what, it was a pig on gas, that thing. And I didn't expect it to be good on fuel, but there was a pickup truck that we got to use when I worked for a company out of Calgary. And whenever I don't live in Calgary, but whenever I was in Calgary and I needed to go do something without having to take my semi, they would let me use the company pickup truck. And it was just a Chevy half-ton truck, an old one and beat up one. But that sucker, I couldn't believe how I used it for a whole weekend when I got stuck there one time. And of course, the office is closed over the weekend, so they let me have the pickup truck to use. I used it the whole weekend. I didn't bomb around town like a crazy person, but I used it. The hotel I stayed at was pretty far from the yard and back, and then going for dinner and stuff like that. It hardly used an eighth of a tank. And mine, that Toyota, was unbelievable on gas. Anyway, I'll have a great weekend. You too. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to sign off now too because I'm going to call Nutch. Thanks for dropping in. Take care. I'm out. I'm going to end it right now. Well, here in Europe, we have a lot of diesel Mercedes Sprinters that have amazing MPG. If I could afford it, I would get oh, you are in Europe? Are you in Germany? I wonder. Europe. The Sprinter, that's like a big van though, isn't it? You're in the Ukraine, okay. But the Mercedes Sprinters, that's like a big, like a cargo van, isn't it? Because I have hauled that. We've when I worked the previous company, when I had my own truck before the engine blew up, yeah, big cargo van. I was picking two of those up out of Laredo, Texas. They were putting them together, assembling them in Mexico. We'd go down to Laredo, Texas, and pick them up. I have a picture of that somewhere. But anyway, all right. You have a great weekend. I'm going to sign off for now. And again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll see you again. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo. Okay. Turbos scare me. That was the turbo that blew in my diesel, my semi truck. Cost me a lot of grief and money and time, downtime. It was only downtime and money it cost me for the money I didn't make because it was still under warranty. So, but it took them 3 weeks to put that engine back together. So anyway, thanks again for stopping by. I'm going to say goodbye for now and have a great weekend. Well, you know what? They run for 200 to 300,000 miles. And when I first started trucking back in the day, 1982, oh, there's my girlfriend calling right now. When I started trucking back in the day, 1982, truck engines, diesel engines like Caterpillar would do 1,000,000 miles. If you treated it right, would do 1,000,000 miles, not kilometers, miles before they needed to be rebuilt. And then you could rebuild them and they'd last longer. Now, 500,000 miles, you got to throw them away. They're no good. So, and they're not cheap neither. But anyway, Nutch sent me a message. So, okay, I got to say goodbye because she's calling me now. All right. Thanks again. I'm out. Bye for now.